Alright, hey guys, today we're going to be doing a field strip on the M1 Garand. Alright, very cool gun. Let's get started. Alright, so first we're going to flip the gun upside down, pull this trigger guard off, pull this straight up. Alright, trigger's out. Next, we're going to pop this casing off. Set that to the side. Alright. Pops right off when you pull the trigger off. Next, we're going to turn the gun around, still upside down. Now the M1 Garand comes with these tools. Alright. You're going to need this flat tool to undo this screw right here. If you don't have this tool, you can use a flathead screwdriver. Alright. So we're just going to pop it loose. Unscrew this off. Alright. Next, we're going to unscrew this. Boom. Alright, after we do that, this slides right off. Okay. Take the grip off. Now we have just the bare gun. Okay, we're going to take this spring off. You're going to pull it back towards the front of the gun. Comes right off. Be careful with this because it could break. Alright, next, you see these guts inside? We're going to take all them guts out. So what we want to do is first take the pin out. The pin is right here, okay? Goes in both sides. So going back to your tool, this right here, that's what we're gonna use as a poker, all right? So we're gonna push that pin out, comes right out, okay? Next, we're gonna lift this up. Take this out, okay, and just comes right apart. Boom. The M1 Garand is fully field stripped. If you want to take this off, slide it back, pops off place, pull your bolt carrier out. Alright, very cool gun. Alright, so let's put this bad boy back together. Just gonna adjust that a little bit. So first we're gonna put our bolt carrier back in. You gotta put it in on an angle, or else it's not gonna slide in right. This, to me, is the most difficult part of putting this back together. You gotta make sure that flat side is facing up, all right? Boom. So when you put this back on, you want this little notch pointed out, okay? You're gonna slide it through here. Like so. You gotta push that bolt carrier back so it catches. Alright, once it catches, it's good. Next, we're gonna put these guts back in. Alright. This, he sits on there like that. Alright. You wanna make sure it's flush when you're putting it on. Next, we're going to use this. That's going to slide in, and it's got to sit on that little arm to apply pressure, okay? You see this moving? That's how you know you got it on there right, when it's sitting on that little arm right here. You gotta make sure these holes are all lined up on the bottom for this pin to sit back in. It's gotta go in there nice and flush. If it's giving you any problems, it's not in right. Don't force it. Boom. That's all put back together. So next, you wanna push this forward to allow this spring to go in. If you don't push it forward, that spring ain't gonna be able to go in. You wanna lift the magazine casing out, and it goes right on those little notches, okay? Next, we're gonna put our grip back on. Metal side goes towards the back. You want to make sure it's nice and snug. Sorry, the metal goes towards the front of the gun, if your gun has that. Next, we're going to put this back on, okay? And if you'll look, there's one side that's threaded. If you guys can see that or not. The other side is not threaded. The side that's not threaded, that's gonna go on first, okay? You wanna make sure it's nice and snug on that grip. Nice and snug. Next, we're going to screw this back on, okay? And once you get it tight, it should be sitting down, but you want to loosen it back up so it goes right back on, okay? Then you're going to screw your screw back in. And then go back to your tool, use that flat side, and tighten it up. Okay. Next, we're gonna put this back on. All right. And it works best if you put it on an angle. I like to do the front first. It slides right on. You're gonna flip your gun back over. And we're gonna put our trigger back on. All right. So if you look, see how this has a flat side right here? That's what you're gonna put on first. You gotta make sure your lock's pulled back. Okay. Then snap it back into place. Flip the gun back over. Good to go. And that is how you field strip M1 Garand. My name's Jesse. I'm from Old Timers Gun and Pawn. All right. I'm gonna be posting a lot of videos. It's my first video. I'm still working on, phone setup, all that. But come back, see the cool guns that I'm working on. Field stripping, cleaning. I'll be posting different kinds of videos. So come back and see me. If you're ever in Brooksville, Florida, come to the shop. All right. Thank you.